Hello, my name is Mike Ortiz, and I'm here to tell you about my all-new old-school comic book, The Last Abraxan. It's my tribute to the comic books that I grew up with, the Marvel superhero sci-fi comics of the 1970s. Comics like Warlock, Captain Marvel, the Fantastic Four, Star-Lord, and Nova, as well as licensed properties like Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, and the Micronauts. The Last Abraxan is done in the style of those 1970s comics. It's printed on newsprint. It's got a limited flat color palette and big halftone dots. It's got narrator captions, thought balloons, editor's notes, and more, all in a self-contained story that still feels like it's part of a larger ongoing universe. But it's more than just the art and story. Those comics presented another world in the ads, the editorial pages, and letters columns. A world that showcased the creators, the retailers, and even the fans themselves. I wanted The Last Abraxan to capture that experience. Think of it as a kind of artifact from another dimension, where things are just a little bit different. A world where Martin Goodman changed Atlas Comics to Margood Comics instead of Marvel. Where Stanley Lieber splits his last name into Lieber instead of his first name into Stan Lee. Where Jacob Kurtzberg adopts the pen name Jack Curtis instead of Jack Kirby, and other differences. It's not just the creators, but characters too. There are super soldiers, wall crawlers, and Norse gods, just not the ones you're familiar with. There's a whole implied world of characters, books, and creators beyond just the story itself. I've also got a lot of fun rewards for this Kickstarter program. There's a sticker in the style of old Marvel superhero sticker packs, a holographic foil logo sticker reminiscent of the ones you could get in gumball machines, and one based on the Syzygy stone, a prominent artifact in the story. There's a flyer that features Marvel handbook-style character entries on one side, and a fold-out promo poster on the other. There are also some variant covers, including an homage to Marvel's original Star Wars #1 from 1977, one that mimics an old Whitman 3-pack variant, one that simulates a printer error where the color plates are swapped, creating unusual color effects. Lastly, there's a Virgin variant featuring the cover art with no text or logos. For process fans out there, I have versions of the comic that feature only the pencils, inks, and color guides. There's also the Last Abraxan Archive, a 250-page behind-the-scenes look at the whole process of creating this comic. That includes not just the pencils, inks, and colors, but inspirations, layouts, breakdowns, as well as original plot pages, early character designs, test art, and more. You can get a handmade, life-size Syzygy stone prop replica, and you can even get your name in a letter or an ad. Most of these rewards are available as separate tiers, and also as add-ons, so you can bundle items any way you like. For stretch goals, I have additional stickers, a bookmark, and some prints. For more information about the comic, including lots of preview art and behind-the-scenes info, check out lastabraxan.com. So if you're a fan of 1970s comics, whether you grew up with them, discovered them as back issues, or just like old-school retro things, please join me on a trip to a past that never happened.